Hey guys, here to do a bit of a first look of the Thunder Tiger EB-4 G3 brushless all-wheel drive 1/8 scale buggy. So this is a pretty basher sort of buggy. You're not going to find this on the racing track. It's made by a fairly well-known company, Thunder Tiger. There's plenty of parts availability for it. It's definitely a really good car and definitely one to check it out. So I'm going to show you a bit of what comes with the car, brand new. I've not run it, so it's going to be sort of a first look, not an actual review. It's sort of just going to take you through what the car looks like on the inside and some of the features of it. So to start off with, let's get this radio out of the way. This is sort of the newish style radio that Thunder Tiger and Team Associated are bringing with their cars. It's a pretty standard radio. It's definitely very good for a ready-to-run car. 4 AA's, 2.4 GHz. You've got heaps of settings on the top, comfortable phone remote, small antenna. You're not going to break it off. Plenty good range. You can't really get much better for that than that for a RTR remote. So let's move on to the actual buggy. So right, from the outside, looks pretty good. There's a few different colours in terms of the body. We've got the yellow, black and white one here. It does look pretty good from the outside. It's got quite a big shell, so I guess you could say it's sort of not that sleek. Who knows? It's up to you what you think about the buggy. I like the look of it personally. I like these rims too with the spokes on the outside. Before we take the body off, I'll talk a bit about the tyres. They've got your standard smallish, medium-sized pins on there. Good for just about any terrain. They have a hard compound, which means they're sort of going to give you longer life out of the tyres, but they're not going to give you as good a grip. So positives and negatives there. So sorry, I forgot to mention before, but these are actually 17mm hexes, which means you'll be able to change the wheels and tyres out to whatever you really want. Anyway, so if you don't like those tyres or if you don't like these rims, change it out to whatever you want, which is good. There's massive amounts of availability for wheels and tyres with a 17mm hex. So in the front end, I'll show you a bit of the setup here. As I said, 4-wheel drive, so here are the front dog bones in there. Of course, they're metal. We've got a pillow ball sort of set up in the front. So you can see there's an arm up the top, arm on the bottom, and they're connected by these pillow balls there. A few metal pieces here, metal shock tower, that's nice. A couple of braces here in metal, that's really good. But apart from that, we'll take off the body and I'll start to show you what's on the inside. So, right off the bat, you can see this cage. It's a very unique thing that Thunder Tiger have done with this sort of car and this chassis, because this car actually, there is also a truggy version and a monster truck version, and of course the buggy version. So there it is. It's got this cage over the top of it. It's kind of, I don't know what to think of it. It sort of protects it a bit, but of course they've got to have holes in there to allow air in for the motor, but I guess it stops big rocks going in there or something. However, underneath the buggy body, it covers it up really well, so it shouldn't get much rocks or dust or grass in there anyway. So that just comes off via these 4 things and comes straight off, nice and easy. This car does not include a battery in it, so you are going to have to provide your own 4S LiPo to fit on this Dean's connector. It's good that it's got Dean's connector on there. That's sort of the universal connector that you'll find on just about any car. So straight off, I'll show you a bit the chassis. It is a 3mm metal chassis on there. We've got a big 2000 kV Ripper motor and a 80 amp ESC, so it does only allow for 4S LiPo. However, that's still going to give you heaps of speed. It's a massive motor for this buggy. You can see there it does have a center differential, so it's 3 differentials in there, which is nice. You've got your 2.4 GHz receiver in there, standard servo, which is all well and good there. We've got another metal brace sort of thing here on the steering setup. There's really not that much to it. It's sort of a standard sort of design on the inside with this buggy. It's nice and well together with these side plates up the side of the chassis, which is going to keep a lot of rocks and dirt and anything else from getting inside the chassis and near these gears, because the gears are open, as you can see there. Moving on to the back, of course you got that wing there, nice and big. It's not just Lexan, it's a moulded plastic piece, so that should be really strong. Again, you got 3mm rear shock tower and your big bore shocks in the rear, as you can see there. Also in the back, it is running adjustable camber links, so a bit different to the front. It's not using pillow ball suspension, but you've got camber links instead. Again, your metal dog bones for the drive shafts, and that's about it. Really nice looking car. It's definitely a basher's buggy in my opinion. It's definitely got some heft to it, a lot of metal parts on there, and definitely a really good buggy, and a really good buggy for the price as well. So for this buggy at Westside Hobbies and Toys, you're going to be looking at about $499. Of course, that is for everything that comes in the package. It means you are going to need to buy a battery, but everything else is supplied. Your remote and everything, it's all in there. You got some tools and stuff in there as well, and of course you won't need to buy continuous petrol. So you will have to buy a charger and a battery to get this running. But for most people, you're already going to have a charger and possibly a battery, because this isn't really the sort of car for a beginner. It's more for a car that's already a car for a person that's already in the hobby and just wants a buggy that's going to get them speed, and they're going to be able to take off jumps and all that. So yeah, as I said, $499 from Westside Hobbies in Blacktown, which is in Western Sydney, Australia. Definitely check it out. If you guys are interested, shoot them a message or check it out on their website at westsidehobbiesantoys.com.au. And yep, that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you guys later.